Made in Hollywood.
The action-packed thriller from the world of John Wick Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas, Ian McShane, and Norman Reedus, is made in Hollywood.
John Wick is John Wick, and the franchise is what it is because of him and what he's done, and I have so much respect for him as an actor.
Made in Hollywood.
Also on today's show, the quirky drama The Phoenician Scheme features Benicio del Toro and Michael Cera.
Three of us are this unit that kind of hop from story to story. And each one of those was kind of brought to life by the various guest players that would come in for that week.
Plus, the shark thriller Dangerous Animals stars Jai Courtney. The exorcism drama The Ritual features Dan Stevens. And director Kevin Smith's Dogma celebrates its 25th anniversary. This week on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
From the world of John Wick Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas, Ian McShane, and Norman Reedus, follows a ballerina-turned-assassin uncovering dark family secrets while pursuing a relentless quest for vengeance.
Welcome to the Continental. Checking in.
I'm looking for the tribe with this mark.
Needing to know is what got us banished from the Garden of Eden.
It's something I never thought was gonna come my way. It just means a lot. I love just being a part of it. Whatever happens with Ballerina, I just know that I am a part of something really special.
Are you prepared to be cast out again, Eve?
Yes.
I think it was very clever of them to bring in a female demographic into this show, especially Ana de Armas. And I remember for that dynamite performance she gave in the Bond movie, But now you got a whole film of your own.
I'd like to go hunting.
Will this be a large or small game hunt?
Large.
I've known a lot of the team in the past. I've worked with some of them here and there, but never as a combined, like the core team. And that was a wonderful experience.
That's cool.
Belen came in seamlessly. I mean, obviously it's kind of refreshing to have a new director in there.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
Cool.
If you look at him, his father comes from a certain place. He's the head of this cult-like faction of assassins. He must have grown up in that. He has probably done a lot of horrible things himself. He's sort of trapped in this bubble of this world, and now he has his daughter. He's gotten to the point where he will fight everyone, not just anyone, but everyone, to protect this little girl.
There's a declaration of war if she's not called off.
Perhaps I can send someone to solve the problem.
It was great. It was really special. 10 years later, after we met, we're here working together again. And John Wick is John Wick, and the franchise is what it is because of him and what he's done. And I have so much respect for him as an actor and the work that they've done with the movies, that just to have him on set, on my film now, supporting me, it was a dream come true.
This is your fate. And you cannot change it.
Just get a lot of popcorn and get ready for the wild ride. I mean, if they like the John Wicks, this is right down their alley. It's a perfect addition and extension of the franchise, and I think they're gonna be really surprised and they're gonna have a blast.
Rules.
And consequences.
A ruthless industrialist fights to secure his empire and prepare his estranged daughter to be his heir in the quirky drama The Phoenician Scheme, starring Benicio del Toro and Michael Cera.
Rescue workers are laboring to recover and identify the remains of Zsa Korda, international businessman, maverick in the fields of armaments and aviation, among the richest men in Europe.
Well, I enjoy everything, especially the final product. The character for the Phoenician scheme is a much more challenging character, full of contradictions, with a hell of an arc that, you know, it required a lot of like motivation, to say the least. You know, just it kept you up at night, put it that way, to make sure that I deliver what needs to be delivered day in, day out.
Corda Land and Sea Phoenician infrastructure scheme, my most important project of my lifetime.
It's such a wonderful group to join. I mean, Wes, you know, just populates his productions with the most amazing people you can think of. You know, it's always an exciting thing about jumping into a project that has this caliber of people working on it.
That could very easily be in the movie. So let's do a couple of those and then we're going to move on.
Wes's foundation as a filmmaker, aside from the fact of the visionary he is, it's also he's an incredible writer. The script reads like a novel. Yeah. You know, you could publish it. That's the thing that makes Wes's projects for me so powerful.
I've appointed you sole heir to my estate, which you may come into sooner rather than later.
Why? It's been 6 years since our last meeting.
When we meet her, she has her own reasons for agreeing to meet with him, which are not just because she's been invited, but she has a lot of unanswered, long-time burning questions. Because of the fact that he's invited her, I think she realizes, okay, he wants something from me.
Could you imagine falling in love with a man like me, by the way, hypothetically?
You're drunk on 3 beers.
The worlds are just so much fun. You know, this movie is kind of sort of an anthology in a way, where it's like the three of us are this unit that kind of hop from story to story. And each one of those was kind of brought to life by the various like guest players that would come in for that week to work on their sequence and inject like a whole new energy and atmosphere into the movie. It was just amazing.
Oh no. Suicide pedal.
Where's my father? Take this miserable sin into the company.
Coming up, the shark thriller Dangerous Animals stars Jai Courtney, and director Kevin Smith's Dogma celebrates its 25th anniversary. To find out where to watch any movie, scan the QR code so you can get notified to download the new MoviePhone app.
Coming out with this old movie that they liked back in the day and still like today is like going out there with a shield this time around. You know what I'm saying? Where people are like, they're getting ready to throw bricks, but they're like, oh, it's Dogma? All right, that one's good.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
A woman fights for survival after being abducted by a shark-obsessed murderer in the thriller Dangerous Animals, starring Jai Courtney and directed by Sean Burns.
Oh my God, I can't believe I let you talk me into this.
It's gonna be a great experience.
Yeah.
All right. All right, crew. There's still one thing we need to take care of.
I'm really excited just because it's a shark film unlike anyone's ever seen before. It's a serial killer film, meets a shark film. They're two of the most popular kind of horror subgenres. But I think the thing that got me the most is that this is the first time that the shark's not the monster, man is the monster.
Welcome aboard.
That's the thing about Tucker. He does have a wound, and there is some childhood trauma, and he is kind of stuck in a place of not necessarily being able to heal that. And they were all ideas that I was able to kind of inform the man that he became with.
What is this? Where are we? We're on his boat. Whose boat? I don't think you want to know.
Zephyr does have that final girl material, and you know, that grit and toughness, and that's what definitely attracted me to the role. When I read it, I was like, oh, she's a badass, and you know, that there's a little bit of that in here, I think.
Right, places, please, and action.
I think he kind of got stuck in a place where somewhat of an immature imagination, an alienated kid, someone who's spending a lot of time on his own and has some abandonment issues, was able to like lock himself into a place where his true connection in life is really through the shark.
The thing the fish doesn't realize is that once that hook sits, no matter how hard she runs.
He was our #1 choice, and I feel so lucky that we got him, and he recognised the opportunity, because, you know, horror's a genre where antagonists can kind of own the stage in a way. And Jai just, when he played Captain Boomerang, we know that he has this kind of wild, unhinged kind of Australian charisma, but he's also a really nuanced character actor.
Sean's one of those dream directors to work with, just in the terms of like how much he loves movies and cinema and storytelling.
Yeah, you and me, we fend for ourselves. We're sharks.
It's designed as a big screen event. We just played at Cannes. The audience laughed and cheered and jumped in all the right spots, so I'm really happy.
It's essential to see it in the theatre. It's such a visceral experience. I implore audiences to get out and go see it amongst friends and really get the full experience.
It's a place where you just kind of along for the ride. You get to laugh, cry, and yeah, for me at least, it's just like a super fun film.
I'm nothing like you.
In celebration of its 25th anniversary, director Kevin Smith's Dogma returns to theaters with a satirical journey of two fallen angels exploiting a loophole in Catholicism and the ragtag crew racing to stop the end of existence.
I can spot a commandment breaker from a mile away. Right there, there's one. Excuse me, are you married?
What do you think?
To her?
No.
You know, it comes at the right time in my career, because right about now people are like, no, he sucks. So it's nice to be able to bring out an old movie where we're like, well, he didn't suck then. You know, there was hope. So generally when I bring out a new movie, it's like I got to convince people like, no, I should still be doing this. And they're like, you should have stopped a long time ago. Coming out with this old movie that they liked back in the day and still like today is like going out there with a shield this time around. You know what I'm saying? Where people are like, they're getting ready to throw bricks, but they're like, oh, it's Dogma? All right, that one's good.
God's decree that I'm to charge you with a holy crusade. Stop a couple of angels from re-entering heaven.
We're going home.
We've been touring it for 20 cities, and we just also played at Cannes. Every night, I've been watching the movie and interacting with a vision of a young Kevin Smith. Kid who made that movie, wrote it and directed it, believed in everything that's up there. I don't have those same beliefs anymore. So like we say in the movie, like beliefs are tricky to get around, because once you have a belief, you're mired in it. But you know, it's more important to have good ideas. And now I think I have good ideas. But I get to revisit the kid who got me here, like, you know, by making that movie years ago, every night. So it's been absolute bliss.
You won't be alone.
More angels?
Prophets, in a manner of speaking.
You gotta be kidding me.
Last time the protests were loud and vicious because people hadn't seen the movie. So the people who are making hay over it did so without anyone seeing what the movie is. When you see the movie, really what the controversy is how the childlike faith with which the filmmaker presents the subject matter as real, as his belief structure. You know, once people saw the movie, they're like, this doesn't go after the faith. So it seems to have aged better and plays way better now. Although, oddly enough, it feels like there's less freedom in 2025, religious or otherwise, than there was in 1999. Does that make sense?
To find out where to watch any movie, scan the QR code so you can get notified to download the new MoviePhone app. Up next, the exorcism drama The Ritual features Dan Stevens.
I think the fact that it's based on a true story, it's one of the most extensive accounts of demonic possession that we have.
Made in Hollywood. Made in Hollywood.
The supernatural drama The Ritual, starring Dan Stevens and Al Pacino, chronicles a harrowing 72-hour exorcism in 1928 that tests the faith and sanity of all involved.
Brethren, put on the armor of God, that you might withstand the devil.
The woman's parish wishes to attempt a solemn sacrament.
You mean an exorcism? You would like me to perform it?
No, some poor other soul already has that distinction.
I think the fact that it's based on a true story. It's one of the most extensive accounts of demonic possession that we have. A lot of movies like The Exorcist itself have been inspired by Steiger's own notes from the Emma Schmidt case.
Something is happening and it's affecting all of us.
That was a pretty extraordinary thing to discover.
What you are doing is failing. The sisters are traumatizing.
My first reaction, I think, same as you, is that this was real. This was a real woman that went through real things, and that was something that, I was very drawn towards, because I really do love it when I read a story that's based off of reality.
We are the Lord's army in this battle.
It was honestly just understanding her and understanding what she had really gone through, which there was some background, so I learned as much as I could. And I also studied a lot, watched like real accounts of exorcisms, like on YouTube, I guess. I guess people have recorded them, some of them.
She is touched by something otherworldly.
What if what she really needs is a doctor?
We are paying a price for your lack of faith.
I think Emma was fighting the demon as well within herself, so trying to portray that. It was a very emotionally and physically, I felt, demanding part.
Reveal yourself! Emma?
What surprised me was that he has a Shrek phone case.
Yes, I second that.
And the impressed me was just how enthusiastic and how engaged he was, and just how much energy that man still has for the job, and how that sort of infused the set, really, and everybody was inspired and engaged and energized by him and his presence.
The level of care that he has for his work still to this day is just, to me, was just, I guess it's not shocking, because he is, I realized, I was like, oh, this is why you are the greatest of all time. Like, this is why.
Stay tuned, there's more coming up on Made in Hollywood.
Made in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching Made in Hollywood, powered by MoviePhone. For more behind-the-screen content, check out MoviePhone.com.